The person you delegate to must be different than the person you delegate from in part 1. And I'm not delegating to anybody because I already did that in DNS Simple 2, so we've got to find somebody. Blah, blah, blah.
So we can't like pair up and do it for each other?
If you really want to, you can, but I would recommend doing it with somebody else. Okay, then you do all your dig tests, and here's your submission file format, and there is an autograder for this. So hopefully that one's fairly straightforward.
And where we're doing the mail one next, will this one be due next Monday?
Yeah.
Because we're doing the mail
Well, my due dates are very flexible. My suggested completion date is today, but yeah, next month.
Oh, I just thought we were behind.
We are, so it's not a big deal. Since I don't penalize anyone for late stuff until after the practical exam, then you don't get anything. Okay, so can I just do one more walkthrough on this, see if we can clarify some questions before they occur, and if we have questions later, that's fine as well. So let me pick 2 students. Caden, what's your domain name?
It's D00
You gave me a hard one.
270.164.com.
It's just a random.
All right, Alicia, he's gonna delegate to you. I'm pretending he is. If you do for real, I don't care. What's your domain?
The one for the CIT?
Just your domain that you purchased at the beginning of the year. Okay. .live? Okay. And maybe I don't even care what that one is. So, so let's say that Caden's going to be the registrar, and Alicia is going to ask him to delegate a subdomain to her. Alicia, what subdomain do you want? Okay, that sounds good. So you're going to delegate that subdomain. Okay, so what information does she need to provide him in order for him to register this? Okay, we need the IP addresses of your name servers. 144.38.206.98. And how would you like to refer to those name servers inside of your domain? Do you want to call them NS1 and NS2, or do you want to call them guacamole and tomato? All right, so I would send this, NS2, and so I'd send that, right, over to Caden. Caden would then open up his, so he would take this and he would go over to his db.d00270164.com, is it com? File. And he's going to add the 2 NS records and 2 A records for that domain. He's done. Well, he has to increment his serial number, restart bind. He's done. He has registered that domain. Now, and I'm just going to, we don't care what your domain is right now. What does Alicia have to do now with that? Yes, she has to come back over here in Etsy, bind. First one, let's go to named.conf.local. What goes in there?
Make a zone file.
Yeah, a zone, what do I call it? A declaration. So remember, you do some, I don't, zone, Alicia.d, some curly braces here. You have like your, was it slave or something?
Just what we
Whatever those were. Yeah, those, copy and paste from above, it's the exact same thing, right? Except you'll have a different file name. Okay, we're done with that file, right? Then what do we do?
make a DB file.
Yeah, so then she's going to go edit or create a file, Etsy bind db.alicia.d000 blah 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 .com.conf, and inside of that, it's going to have the SOA, the serial number stuff, can't spell it, and some NS records, like what we've done, a bunch of A records, maybe we'll throw some C names in there, maybe we'll throw some MX records. I don't know, whatever kind of records you want, except PTR records, don't put those in there, that won't work.
It was just .com, not .com.
Oh, is there not conf at the end? I
I
can't
don't think
remember.
so.
Oh, that's our Apache stuff, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
You just answered my question, so I was like, I was asking .com.
I can't remember if they ended with .com. So she edits all this, she increments her serial number, she goes and does it all in the slave. Well, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this part on the slave, right? You just do the namely.conf.local. You make sure that they're transmitting correctly, do your dig tests, and if you're up, what happens if she starts doing her local dig tests, like she digs against her name server, it works fine, but then she digs upstream and there's a failure. What does that mean? This guy, Caden, probably didn't maybe put it in correctly or didn't restart something. So,
My serial number.
Yeah, I did increment my serial number.
yeah.
Dang it.
So, and notice, at least in this particular scenario, this completed part 1 for one student and part 2 for another student, right? I can't remember which is which. Now, and Alicia now has to do the assignment to delegate an A Robbins subdomain to someone else in the class. And they have to do, flip-flop and do similar things for that subdomain. I don't know, does that help? Do you want to do another example?
That makes sense. We should review some DNS of anything you think we forgot that will be on the quiz.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I think we just did, that was a good review.
They're really
You need to know what to look up, server caching, lookup, that recursion, those ideas.
Me too.
That was it. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, get out your computer, let's see if I can find the code here.
Is it perhaps quiz 2?
It's probably not.
Is it
Didn't you say it
nachos?
would probably be something you were hungry for that day?
Oh, yeah.
Nachos.
Let's see,
See
this
what you
is,
did
quiz songs. Is it gonna show that it's open?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Twix,
Twix.
778.
Oh,
They
there's
have a lot of
778 Twixes?
Must have been.
700.
No, that's the,
Twix are good though.
Yeah.
winter
Did any of you shop at Boomers? No?
What that is.
What is?
You get candy for like, you can get like a Twix for like 13 cents. It's down by Kmart, Kmart's going out of business, Boomers probably is too, but it sells all this expired candy.
Oh, it's one of those damaged food stores.
Damaged food store, yep.
There's another one that does bread, that's, like, bread.
Why called it?
What?
Cheap. Why?
It's really cheap.
Another expired?
They're expired.
Expired.
Some of it tastes gross,
It
but
strengthens your stomach.
It's not expired, it's.
You'll have a better-
all students should shop there, it's really cheap. My kids always want to go there and get candy.
Cause you're like, I'll buy you five, I can buy you
Is the
five.
Twix
price
really
more.
ever expired?
I won't get fired.
But it might-
Okay, does it let you in?
Yeah.
Yeah.